Remember Rugrats, that show on Nickelodeon? What you probably didn't know is that the creator of the show, Garbo Cuspo, originally planned a late night version of Rugrats called Rugrascals to be played out at night, with a little more adult humor. Because every major channel, I thought the pilot was too disturbing. They refused to air the show, and as a result, no one has really heard about it. However, one station in Wellington, New Zealand, mistakenly played it in the morning, thinking it was just a regular Rugrats episode. The pilot and only episode to be ever seen was called Chuckie's Mom. The intro played like normal, but at the end when Tommy shoots the milk on the screen, the sound effect is much louder. The milk simply stays on there for 10 seconds, then the name of the episode appears. The episode played out like normal, with the babies playing in their playpen. They were all talking about moms when Chuckie has a flashback. It had Chuckie in the hospital standing next to his mother's bed, who is dying from an unknown illness. She was singing, "You are my sunshine, my only sunshine," to Chuckie in a very weak voice, as she was about to die. But when she sang the second verse, the song started to play in reverse. A shot of Chuckie appeared in front of the live-action footage of a chicken's head being chopped off, said to represent death by fans. Chuckie turns around and screams, and then when he looks back at his mother, her face had a live-action man's mouth, plaster on it saying, "Don't worry, Chuckie, it's time for me to move on," in a man's voice. A flurry of random live-action clips were shown, said to represent death, like a cow walking into a box of the slaughterhouse, crudely drawn on the side footage of LA riot, and other cartoons and actual footage of a man suffering from AIDS and being killed. You can hear Chuckie screaming the entire time. A shot of Chuckie's mom appears again, this time with the chicken's beak crudely plastered on her face, saying, "Don't you remember where it started at all?" Then the episode cuts to live-action footage of childbirth sonograms. After about 1 minute of the sonograms, you hear Chuckie's mom say, "Aren't you a lucky ducky, Chuckie?" A harlequin fetus appears. At this time, you see Chuckie comes out of flashback having a seizure. Tommy, Phil, and Lil are crying, and the ambulance workers calm him down, saying, "Chuckie, Chuckie, can you hear me?" in a stern voice. Eventually, after coughing up blood and vomiting, Chuckie comes to his senses. Then we see a point of view of Chuckie, seeing Tommy, Phil, Lil, and the ambulance workers having a live-action chicken beaks on their faces, clucking away. A photo of a kid that looks like Chuckie screaming appears, and the camera zooms into it. After this, the regular credits played, followed by a 15 minutes of static as the station had nothing else to play. Surprisingly, though, the episode I watched by many children, only one adult who was watching me has spoken about it until now. I wasn't surprised to find out what the children went higher in New Zealand when they were dying.